As Israelis eagerly prepare for US President Barack Obama's much-awaited first trip to their country since he first took office in 2008, the American leader has given a highly publicized interview with Israeli TV in which he outlined his stance on the salient issues he is expected to cover during the tour. Not surprisingly, at the top of the agenda was the international threat posed by Iran's nuclear program, a security debate which has already proved a major strain on relations between Jerusalem and Washington. President Obama said he believed Tehran to be at least a year away from producing an atomic weapon and insisted on a longer time frame for negotiation from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. However, he did strike a sterner note than previously, warning Iran that the diplomatic window would not be open indefinitely and the option for military action was still on the table. He also reassured watching Israelis that the US had Israel's back and warned Iran that, as President of the United States, I don't bluff.
When I say that all options are on the table, all options are on the table, and the United States obviously has significant capabilities. But our goal here is to make sure that Iran does not possess a nuclear weapon that could threaten Israel. Or could trigger an arms race in the region that would be extraordinarily dangerous at a time when, obviously, there are already a lot of things going on.
But despite the ominous tone, some Israelis watching the interview may have felt disappointed. On the Palestinian issue, the US president said he had no plans to relaunch the peace process during the trip, but that he was coming simply to listen in to the strategies planned on both sides and press for dialogue, while he praised Palestinian leaders for their excellent work in maintaining peace in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. Following an 8-day conflict between Gazan militants and Israeli defense forces last November, he remained pessimistic on achieving peace in the short term. The American leader also spoke out about the fate of former American citizen Jonathan J. Pollard, who is currently in a US prison, having been convicted of spying for Israel in the 1980s. President Obama said he had no immediate plans to release Pollard, who has taken Israeli citizenship, despite heavy pressure from Jewish groups and Prime Minister Netanyahu, who visited the prisoner in 2002. President Obama will be landing in Jerusalem next week, where he will be attending a gala dinner hosted by President Shimon Peres and accompanied by Miss Israel, after Washington officials insisted that the country's first black beauty queen meet America's first ever black president.